Alrighty, well, it is time for another private react for Slayer. Slayer, how you doing? Happy October, Halloween month, and with October comes horror stuff, right? And I've been doing horror stuff all month long, and in this private react, it looks like no different, because in this private react, I'm going to be watching basically like a ongoing playlist of Dead by Daylight trailers, and this is going to be including like the game itself as well as all the different killer characters that have been released over the course of this game's run, which has been something like 8 years at this point. Plus, I believe there's some other things mixed in there, like Survivor trailers and things like that. I have not seen any of these, and I've played this game for a while. Like, I actually started playing Dead by Daylight back when it first released on the Xbox One many years ago. And I actually really liked the game and played it many different times over the years. Some people nominated it for my Halloween marathon. And recently, I even played a game called The Casting of Frank Stone, which was a game made by Supermassive Games, the company that makes the kind of choose-your-own outcome horror games like the Until Dawn or Dark Pictures Anthology series, right? So what's interesting about this is now I'm going to get an education on the game. And this is like, I think there's a ridiculous amount of these trailers, but I think they're only like a minute long each. So let's get started with what appears to be the original trailer for Dead by Daylight from something like 8 years ago. Here we go. It's animated. Oh, it's not rendered. It's like animated, like an art style, right? Like hand-drawn art. Oh, never mind. What's funny is it kind of looks like The Walking Dead. It looks like they tried to cel shade it to make it look like The Walking Dead at first. And I wonder if that's because of the appeal of The Walking Dead at the time. You know, the Telltale series. It was a long time. It was 8 years ago. These almost look like they could be characters out of The Walking Dead. I like that she just left the guy in the bear trap, didn't even help him. She's like, ah, screw him. He'll fend for himself. What a jerk. Coming. Better hide. Pretty cinematic trailer. You know, the way they've done it here. It's like a horror movie. Pretty cool. But it is showcasing the real gameplay elements of what the game is, so pretty well done. Wonder which killer this is. Or if it even is a real killer, or just kind of like a... I think it is. Is it the Trapper? I don't know. I guess we'll know when we get to the character trailers, right? I mean, there's literally one place in the room she could be hiding. I think he's completely stupid. Or not. Dead by Daylight, Death is not an escape, out now. So that was the original launch trailer for Dead by Daylight. Cool. That's cool. I think that was well done. Right? Very cinematic. Feels like a real slasher horror movie. Okay. Now we're going to get into, I guess, the killer trailers. To outline the abilities and backstories of the killers. This is the Wraith. Whoa. I don't know if each killer has their own unique stage or not. So it looks like he's kind of like a ghost. Oh, he could be invisible. So the Wraith has the ability to go temporarily invisible. Wow, that's tricky. Look. Yep, you never see him coming. Ha 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 ha! Ouch. Although in reality, they don't kill, right? They don't kill, they put you on the hook so then you get sacrificed. That's the goal of the killer, right? Alright. So who's next? So these are the original cast, right? The original characters that were first in the game at launch. And then over time, they added a ton of them, right? Oh my god, chainsaw and a sledgehammer is a little bit of overkill there, I feel. Comes. Coming for you. Well, the chainsaw reminds me of Leatherface, right? Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he even has this. He's basically Leatherface. The hillbilly. Yeah. 100% they were going for Leatherface style right there. The hillbilly who's deformed and lives out somewhere in Chop Shop. That was definitely their attempt at Leatherface. So. Insanity. Cannot grasp it. I think I played on this stage before. It looks familiar. Until you stared it in the eye. Or in your own reflection. Welcome to the asylum, to the doctor. The doctor's coming for you. Or is it the nurse? Look, ghost. Oh, it doesn't even walk. Yeah, it teleports. Teleportation. The last breath. Released for free on 19th of August. It's just called The Last Breath? I don't remember that being in the game, but that stage looks familiar to me, though. Maybe I've played on it before. Whoa! Well, I know that sound. I certainly know that sound. So it sounds like Michael Myers will be in, or is in, Dead by Daylight. I wonder if these lasted forever. If these tie-ins with these IPs are in there permanently, or if they eventually got removed. I wonder. There he is. It's Michael. Just like the movie. Oh, yeah. That's very smart, to lean directly against the door when there's a killer on the other side. It always works in your favor. I love the classic theme, man. The night he came home. I bet that was sick. I bet people really liked that. Strode Realty. I wonder how long ago that was. Yeah, Haddonfield, which is their town. Laurie Strode and Michael Myers added to the game. Since 2016. Maybe it was 2016? I mean, that was 8 years ago, so that was a long time ago, if that's the case. Alright. What's next? Ugh, this is, creepy. Some kind of like a voodoo witch or something. Look at this. Holy crap, what is that? That's it? The Hag of Flesh and Mud. Blackwater Swamp. Okay. Yeah, it's like some voodoo witch. It's a monster or something. Alright. Laser bears. Holy crap. That looks like a doctor, right? Spark of Madness. The doctor, yep. So at first, it was like a ghost nurse, and that was an actual doctor. Okay. Some of these are better than others. Like, some of them give a little bit of story you can kind of understand, and others just like, I don't know what's going on. Creepy mask. The Huntress. The Red Forest. It's so funny they add these new survivors. Who the hell is David King? Some new person, generic person in name. All right. Oh, that's good. That's actually good. It was you. See, now look at this. So real Leatherface is actually in it. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface is in it. But then there's their hillbilly character that pretty much is also a spin-off of Leatherface, or an attempt at their attempt at Leatherface. So they basically have two of the same character, right? Pretty much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is this the stupid... Oh, no. That wasn't the Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. That was the crappy remake Freddy Krueger that no one liked, and they never continued the plot line. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually disappointing. I thought they had the original Freddy Krueger in the game. Oh, look at this. We know what this is. Yep. Don't even have to say it. It's the mask everyone recognizes. So it's her? It's her instead of, what's his name? Jigsaw. The pig, right. She was the character from the second movie that he recruited to turn into his disciple. Wonder what their abilities are for the pig. Oh. Doesn't sound good. I don't want to know what the noise is. It sounds disgusting. Oh. Fingers on a keyring. Constantly coughing. What the hell is this? Oh. A killer clown. A killer mutant clown. It looks like. Is it the Dead by Daylight theme song? I think it is, isn't it? Yep. A giant killer clown. Yuck. Yeah, wasn't there a giant killer clown that was popular for a few years? I forget what it was. It was based off of something, but I don't remember what. It might have been like American Horror Story or something. Blood. This guy like a detective or something? Yeah, you probably should have brought a flashlight, stupid. Lighter's a little outdated, bro. Directly behind you. What is it? A ghost. I think it's a demon or a ghost. Yeah, oh boy. Wow. The Spirit. Shattered Bloodline. Yamaoka Estates is like a Japanese horror villain. Yeah, like a classic Japanese horror ghost villain stalking you. That's interesting. You do a little bit of everything in this game, right? Like every villain's like a different trope or style genre of horror. What is this? This is The Last of Us or something. Oh my god, what? What? What happened? Huh? I don't get it. The Legion. Mount Ormond Resort? Maybe it's like a cult of people, so you never know who the killer is. Maybe the killer looks like a survivor at first, so there's no way to tell who the killer is. But then the killer transforms into the killer. Oh, that would be an interesting premise for the game. I wonder if that's what they did. Demise of the Faithful. This one is not... This is blurry. It's low quality for some reason. Hold on. Why is this one so low quality? What the hell? Why did it render at 3? That doesn't make any sense. It auto-rendered at the lowest quality. Wow, thanks, YouTube. Good thing I caught it. Another cougher. They all have bad hygiene. Ugh. Rotting away. What is this? A mummy? Producing the plague. Yeah, Temple of Purgation. Wonder. Yeah, it looks like a either a zombie or a mummy, like a mummy that's decaying over the years or something. Huh. Okay. Is there seriously a stage in Dead by Daylight that's a store like this? That would be very different, no? Ghost face. Now that's just silly, because there is no ghost-faced killer. It's always a different person in each movie, and they would never go to the store and do that in broad daylight. That's very silly. Oh, this was for their 3-year anniversary, so this would have been like maybe 2019 or 2020. That's silly, ghost face. Whoa. What is this now? Again, very almost like Last of Us. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, it's Stranger Things. This is when they had the Stranger Things crossover, but I don't think... Is it true this character's not in it anymore? Because that was the creature from season 1 of Stranger Things, and now that creature hasn't even existed in several seasons, right? So this was the season 1 tie-in. Yeah, the Demogorgon. 2019, so many years ago, yeah. I think they took it out. I think they ran out of time for the license, and that character's not in there anymore. What in the holy hell is this? This looks like a different genre of game. What the hell? What is that supposed to be? The Oni is hunting Kimura Yui, an Oni demon. That's bizarre. Again, it did look like a different genre. Ooh! And that's not even a killer. That's someone just took a look and saw how much money they lost in the crypto market. That was the reaction. What is this guy? Like a Western villain, a Western killer? Yeah. Yeah. The Death Slinger. Huh. Interesting. Is he a zombie or is he a ghost or is he both? I don't know. It is really cool that they ended up getting all these IPs, right? Oh, wait a minute. This is Silent Hill. I can tell you right now, that's the girl from Silent Hill 3. I forgot her name. I guess they put her in as a survivor, huh? Yep. Oh wait, doesn't make any sense. That's Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2. They're completely different plot lines, so why would he be chasing her? Well, that doesn't make any sense. It looks cool though. Yeah, the Executioner. It's not the Executioner, it's Pyramid Head. They named him wrong. And then they have Cheryl Mason, who is from Silent Hill 3. That was a weird one. That was a weird one. Whoa, what is this now? An evil. The mutant, look, he's mutating himself. Ugh. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, maybe? Oh my god. Oh, that ain't Mr. Hyde. The Blight. Seems like a take on it, though. Send Beyond. That one looked pretty neat, actually. That one was actually pretty cool. Already eating. The thing is, after a while, some of these killers must overlap and feel very similar, right? You would think so. Like this guy. This guy doesn't seem very interesting. The twins. So conjoined twins, but the conjoined twin can jump off and chase you. Ugh. Ugh. Interesting idea, though. What in the hell are we looking at? Once again, they're going for a different genre, aren't they? Yep. All Kill, The Trickster, and Jun Jing Lee. So it looks like he was kind of like a pop star, but he decided that he was going to become a killer instead or something. That's weird. Certainly stands out, but I don't know how much people would like that guy. Oh, it's Resident Evil. It said RPD in the background. Did you see? This is Resident Evil for sure. But they're not going to have, who is Claire? I was going to say, will it be one of the Resident Evil characters or a generic character? The only one this could be is Claire. Leon! Whoa, and Jill? That's a lot of survivors. Against Nemesis. That's pretty cool. Nemesis is a good one. Follow me, we're not voice acted in this one. And Chris, and Claire. So it's Chris, Claire, Leon, and Jill are all in it, really? Damn, this was their biggest collab ever then. Yeah, ton of characters. Yeah, wow. Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine, and Nemesis. But they also show Chris and Claire. Oh, yeah, they are. New legendary set. I don't know what that means. 2 legendary sets. In-game store content. Huh. That one's pretty cool. 2021, that one was. That was a pretty cool one. There's a lot of content in that one. I don't get to buy it, though. Oh my god, the nerd. Oh no, it's the cube. Oh, this has got to be a Hellraiser. That's the cube of Hellraiser. Yeah. This guy didn't even know what he was doing. Yup. Pinhead. You summoned me for pain. Yep, Pinhead. And originally, in the original Hellraiser, he wasn't the main villain. There was like 3 of them, right? Like 3 demons. But then they ended up, for some reason, everyone liked him more, so he became like the main villain for several movies or something. Heck, what's this? Like she's in a nightmare. He's in a nightmare. What the hell? What? New survivor of a killer. That's it? There's no killer? It was just a survivor? That's pretty lame. No killer? That one was pretty lame. Sorry. There should always be a killer tied in with the survivor, right? Like, always. Oh, what is this? Another ghost demon thing. Kinda looks Japanese, maybe not. Ugh. The artist. Huh. Sorry, her face doesn't look scary at all, right? Her face isn't scary, so it's kind of doesn't create a scare situation. This looks like a normal person. Oh boy. They finally got this. They already had the Japanese ghost, but now they actually have the #1 most known Japanese ghost. Duh. Uh-oh. She was still coming out of the well. Is she tired of it? It's been a long time, man. I just turned the TV on. What are you looking at? There's nothing down there. Sadako Rising, yup. Known as Samara in the American versions, but Sadako in the original content. 2022, wow, so this is only 2 years ago they got her, huh? Going through all the years. I mean, they took a long time to get it, but that's one of the most classic, scary horror movie things. Like, that one scared the crap out of me when I saw it in the early 2000s. Legit, I was scared. I was in my, like, early 20s, and I was pooping my pants when I saw that movie. It was such an original premise, because I'd never seen Japanese horror before. What? That. Whoa, why is there a lamp on the... What the? Oh, that's a weird house. Knows it's there. What is that thing? Roots of Dread, the Dredge, and Hattie Power. I don't even know what that is. Is that a monster? Is that a demon? Is that a ghost? It's kind of cool. There's a survivor that might sounds like she's like a psychic connection to the creature, so she knows if it's there. That was kind of interesting. All right. Resident Evil again. Raccoon PD. So what? I guess the first Resident Evil collab was so popular, they did another one like within a year. Yeah, that's the same survivor who died in the first one. So now we've got Rebecca Chambers, we've got Ada Wong. There's probably not Nemesis, who is it? It's Wesker, mutated Ouroboros Wesker.
Live to see the dawn.
So Project Wesker, that's kind of cool too, admittedly. That's a whole different generation of Resident Evil, but that's pretty cool. That was also 2022, 2 years ago. What's funny is we're not just watching the announcement trailer, but then it says, oh, announcement trailer, click here. We just watched it. Oh my god, it's an undead knight. Now that's unique. They haven't done that yet. Yeah, an undead zombie knight. What? More than one? What the hell? Why is there more than one killer? What the? 4 different killers? What is that? Forged in fog? The night. Why are there 4 different ones though? That I don't even understand. 4 different killers. I wonder if they're all the same abilities or if they're all different. That's weird. It's neat though. I like that premise. They call that chapter 26. Dang. They had a lot of killers in this game. Cyborgs? Whoa. Whoa! That's pretty scary if you see that. Tools of Torment. The Skull Merchant. And keep in mind, now that I've played the casting of Frank Stone, the casting of Frank Stone gives away the plot of all of this stuff interconnected. So now you kind of get it, that these killers actually are not, they don't, I mean, they're killers in their own right. They were killers before this entity even knew about them. But the entity seeks out, like, the craziest, most powerful killers in the universe, and then goes to their dimensions and basically forces them into an endless loop of killing as sacrifice for this entity to continue to thrive. So this person was just some kind of a inventor who maybe started inventing technology to kill people, and then she got recruited by the entity to be this endless killer. So that makes sense that they'd all be so different, right? All these killers of different dimensions and different multiverses all going after the survivors. It's crazy. This was 2023. We're getting very close to present day now, actually.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew.
Space. Look at this.
It was supposed to help us build a safer home, but something happened. It became self-aware. It has no empathy. It doesn't feel pain.
Oh. What the heck?
It learns at an impossible rate, and it won't stop until we are dead. Or worse.
Doesn't know it's on him. The singularity. There's like some kind of alien technology they were trying to, you know, engineer for human use, and it went haywire, killed them all. See, some of these are pretty unique and interesting. That one I think is pretty unique. I like that.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
Oh, I
It can
saw
shape
this
the
one.
fabric
This was
of
last year,
reality,
right?
transforming everything you may think you know. But as with any power of such magnitude, it's unpredictable. At first, I thought it was all a cruel joke. Did my last performance attract a force of great cosmic evil? Truth is, none of that matters now. Because even after all the death, decay, and darkness, I still remember exactly who I am.
Nicolas Cage. See, in that one, that makes sense. A new survivor, but it's a celebrity. So people would be like, oh, that's neat. That it's a celebrity in the game as opposed to that witch character. Like, who the hell was that, right? Some nobody. But that's kind of cool, the Nick Cage announcement, to have him as one of the survivors in the game. That is pretty cool. I remember when that happened, people told me about it. I think I might have even watched that trailer on my reaction. Oh, we know what this is. It's so cool they got all these IPs, man. All the horror IPs are in this. Like, who didn't they get? Jason Voorhees. Why? Because he had his own game that was his big issue, right? So that's probably why they didn't get Jason, but they got, like, everybody else. Oh, Ripley. Now, this is weird. The xenomorph alien was recruited by the entity. That's bizarre. Because the xenomorph alien is a hive mind creature. It doesn't have its own consciousness. So I don't know how the entity could have controlled it, because you would have had to control the queen. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe the entity is controlling the queen, and therefore all the other xenomorphs are obeying. Maybe that's what it is. This is cool. This is the stage. Then you're on a spaceship. That's cool. I wonder if it is. That's a cool tie-in. No, it's just a killer and a survivor, but not a stage. That would have been dope if there was a spaceship stage. I don't know why they didn't add a new stage. They should have. Because now you're going to have the xenomorph running around Raccoon City and shit. It won't make sense. Right?
This holiday season comes a toy you'll simply die for.
Of course.
Your new best friend is back with his signature stripes and lifelike eyes. This good guy is always ready for some fun.
This has got to be hilarious because he's tiny. He's a tiny little doll. So I can't imagine how this is going to look and be like scary. A little doll hobbling around. Let's see how he moves if they show it.
you'll want to keep an eye on him. You never know what trouble he'll get into next.
Did they get the
If you
voice
lose
actor?
track of him, don't fret. He'll always find his way back to you. Bring home your friend till the end. 'Cause if you don't...
You're dead. You hear me? Dead.
Disassembly of parts, body and otherwise, may be required. Good Guys is not responsible for maiming, dismemberment, amputation, laceration, strangulation, bodily harm, or death.
I just feel like that's gonna be hilarious to watch. I haven't seen him in the game, but I feel like that'd be hilarious to see the little Chucky doll hobbling around. He's tiny, right? So unless he's like super fast and zipping around like the freaking Roadrunner, I don't know how that could be like scary. It'd be like more hilarious, right? You know, the only reason that Chucky's ever scary in the movies is because of the way the films are shot. That he just appears out of nowhere and gets you. But they're not going to show him teleporting around or anything in the game, so I wonder how they pulled it off.
Of any kind. Adult supervision recommended.
Isn't Steven Dorff, I think, is the name of the voice actor? I wonder if that was him. We got to be getting down to the end now. That was 2023, right? So probably everything here was
How many
very
pages
recent.
have I written?
They did an
The
Alan
words,
Wake tie-in?
The endings.
I didn't even know this.
I've lost count.
I had no idea it was an Alan Wake tie-in.
Within this darkness. But this time, something is different. The answer lies just out of reach.
Who's the killer gonna be,
Shrouded
Mr.
in black
Scratch?
fog.
Yeah, maybe it's Mr.
I'm
Scratch.
closing in now.
Huh.
I must be. The words move through me like blood through a vein. To escape, I must write. Though this new ending remains a mystery, I hold out hope that one day the fog will part. To illuminate my next chapter.
So it's just him and the survivor. I like that idea, but what's a bummer about that is they didn't tie any killer to him, right? Like it could have been Mr. Scratch or whatever. So it's cool to have him as a survivor, but that is a little lame that they didn't get like a villain out of it or even a stage out of it. It's just him. I didn't even know that he was in it. I had no clue that that had happened. Huh. I mean, it was timely, January, and his game had just come out in, what, October? Alan Wake 2, so that makes sense. We must only have a few more left if we're in 2024 now. It's one of these style horror movies, like redacted, real factual documentation information, right? Where's the movie theater empty to begin with? Huh. This is unique, the way they did this one, man. Oh yeah, look. Smoke. Is this actually in-game, or is this actually a live-action actor? I wonder, I can't tell. New survival saber war, new killer, the unknown. It's just a brand new killer, you never even get to see it. What the heck? All things wicked? I don't even know what that is. I guess that's not real, right? That's just a unique thing for the game. Huh.
Poor, misguided wanderers. First, there were many. Now, so few. How little you must value your lives. to take a single insignificant breath in my sanctum. I'm afraid there will be no quick death for you. No escape from this suffering. I shall draw out your ending as I see fit.
This is very unique, obviously, right? So different.
For in dark places such as this, one must keep themselves entertained.
That's cool. So, wow. I know nothing about formal Dungeons and Dragons. I wonder if Vecna is a real character in Dungeons and Dragons. Looks like a necromancer, right? And a new survivor based on Dungeons and Dragons. Like, that's really cool to see that tie-in. That's one you would never expect, right? Like, you would never think Dungeons and Dragons in Dead by Daylight. But it has a horror element to it, so it kind of fits. Again, the one thing I'll call out, there's no new stages. You notice that? Like, originally, the expansions they were doing always had new stages. There's no new stages. So it's always a new killer, a new survivor, but they're going to be running around like the junkyard. Like, that's stupid, right? Like, you want to see a cool, unique new stage, and it seems like they just didn't put the effort into the stages, which is kind of bizarre they didn't. But I like that idea of that. Yo, this was June of this year. Wow, we're getting to the end then. It's only October. There's going to have like one or two more, right? Lara Croft? This must be Survivor only, because there's no consistent villain that would have been like a Dead by Daylight killer from her game. I find this tie-in a little weird because she doesn't have any games currently nor movies, so a little odd timing for a Lara Croft tie-in in Dead by Daylight. Yeah, it's just Survivor, yep. That's a weird one, honestly. Weird timing. Like, if that were years ago, when the game had first come out, she had still had games coming out. But now, 8 years later, it's like, you're a little late for that. What the? Castlevania. It's gotta be. I don't know why a Belmont would forget their frickin' whip, though. How do you forget your whip? Dracula! Ooh, can he turn into a wolf? So you got Dracula and you got Trevor Belmont without a whip. August. Is that okay? Cool. Well, that's very recent. Is that the last one? That's the last one. Oh, that's the whole playlist. Wow. We got through all. It's been 50 minutes? Dude, it feels like it's been like 10. I'm serious. Watching these move so fast. I do not feel like we just watched 41 videos, but we did. Look. Wow, that was fast-paced as heck, man. Well, what I'll say is this, and by the way, 1 million views. Trevor using flashlights and dropping pallets. Dracula, you must be the Belmont. I love how Trevor tried to reach for his whip but noticed it wasn't there. You're wrong for that, entity. Trevor's going to learn mechanical engineering in order to do generators. Imagine Belmont teabagging Dracula at the exit gate. Oh, no. That's true. The idea of Belmont running from something like Chucky or Legion is both hilarious and depressing. I agree there. See, that's the thing. Like, I like the fact that they got all these intellectual properties, right? But at the same time, it's weird because you know that some of them aren't going to fit. Like, they didn't make a Castlevania stage. So you're going to see Dracula chasing survivors through, like, you know, the hospital. Or you're going to see, you know, Lara Croft smashing a pallet at Chucky. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. It doesn't... I can imagine the game is absolutely insane now, right? It's just wild and over-the-top silly. Like some of the videos. Dracula is insanely fun. This guy got 1 million views playing as Dracula in Dead by Daylight. Wow. But anyway, that was fun. That was something completely different. So Slayer, thank you. That was a completely different style of React to be able to watch and react to all those trailers. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it turned out well. And if you want to do more stuff like that in the future, I'm down for it for sure. I mean, this was definitely the month to do this because it's you know, October, horror month. That was fun. Dude, that time passed by lickety-split. I don't even feel like that was an hour, right? We're like 52 minutes now or something. That felt like I just started. That was just like massively moving forward. So good stuff. All right, Slayer, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. And anyone who watches this on Slayer's channel, I hope that you guys enjoyed. And I will see you next time.